Hi everyone. I know it's been forever since I've done this. I just now kicked my phone into submission, and I landed in the hospital with multiple blood clots in my lungs. Um, they've done testing on me, and I might be facing a third chronic illness called APS, but we won't be sure until a couple months from now when the doctor wants to retest. So I'm on warfarin again, and I might be on warfarin, aka blood thinners, for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty tough time when I was in the hospital. Um, the doctor I went to, the two doctors I went to didn't listen to me. And I was gonna turn this into a why Spoonie's lie thing, but I think I owe you guys an explanation of what went down. Because I don't want you guys to think like, oh, she just started this and got bored with it. No, this is something I plan on continuing. I want to get the word out there. I want the people who are healthy in your life to sit down, see all of this, and understand what's going on with you. Thankfully, I have a few people in my life that do understand, and then I have others in my family who just don't quite grasp it. You start to think that they do, and then all of a sudden, like, whoop, they revert back. Alright, so, first of all, my phone wouldn't record from the last video I uploaded. Yeah, I tried everything. Don't ask me how I got it working. I don't know. I really don't. So November, I got sick. Okay. I went to the doctor. I was running a fever. I guess they thought I had the flu. They just didn't care. I got there like 2 minutes late. Because I was having trouble driving. I really should have asked my granddad to drive me. Stupid me. And they turned me down. They turned me away. 2 minutes. 2 minutes late. Yeah. And I'm not the type to fiddle with my phone while I'm driving. Especially on the freeway. So they said, okay, well, come back after 5. I'm like, alright, fine. So I had my granddad take me back around 5. Because on the way home, I almost crashed the car. I was pretty shooken after that, and I was like, I better not drive. So the doctor I saw, he said, oh, you must have the flu. Sorry, I like the song. Might have to do this for a vape video. I'll get into that later. He says you might have flu, so just push the fluids, and yeah. The reason I went there is because my body, once I get sick, I stay sick. So if there's any way for me to shorten that amount of time, I will do it. I don't care what it is, I'll do it. So I stayed sick up until past Christmas. My little cousin had come up to see me. Love that munchkin. Love him like his mom and son. And he was chill with it. And I ran out of pain medicine. Went to, I was still kind of sick, so I went to the pharmacy and ordered, my anti-anxiety pills. And I totally spaced out on ordering my pain pills. So, I was out of pain pills for quite some time. I was down, I wasn't moving around as much as I should have, and, anyways, went and, called to make an appointment with my normal doctor. Not a doctor, she's my FNP. But considering the other guys that are there, she's the best one. And they said, okay, well, she'll be back on the 18th. okay, okay, I can grin and bear it till then. And all of a sudden they canceled on the 18th, and they said, well, come in on the 19th. Okay, so I rushed my buns over there. I get there on time, and I get up to the desk, and they said, oh, Annie's not here. You know, didn't you get the call? I'm like, nobody called me. I even checked my phone right in front of her. I was like, I didn't get a call from you guys, ever, about today. And she's like, well, it says on our records that someone called. Never got it. My phone was on, my phone was charged. Ringer was up, full blast. Nothing. She's like, okay, come back on the 22nd. Like, ugh. Meanwhile, I'm about ready to rip somebody's head off because I'm in so much pain. I'm like, fine. And she's like, well, you'll see this person. I'm like, okay. So, the person they put me down was for Jan. And then, so, 22nd rolled around. And I went up to the office, and they said, you're here for Jan? I'm like, yeah. Well, she's all the way back at the beginning of town. Didn't anyone tell you? Okay. Went to the beginning of town. Showed up and I said, hi, I'm here to see Jan. And they're like, well, you're not scheduled to see her. You're scheduled to see Fran. Guess where that was? The office I began at. Yes. Should have known. I should have known right then. My spoony senses were going off the wire. But, anyways, I'm like, okay, fine, just, I'm here. Sat down and waited. Finally got into the office. And she made me wait there for an hour. Yeah, the nurse kind of looked me over. And then when the doctor came in, she didn't touch me at all. I went in for pain medications. I went in for my HS lesions because I thought the one that had been open for 5 years was tunneling. And usually with me, that's a very, very bad thing. I learned a long time ago from the one when I was 16 that if I don't jump on it, it's going to be bad. So, yeah, I asked her about sleep aids because I wasn't able to sleep. And she's like, well, I don't prescribe those because I fear they might interact with your other medications. And why don't you try the over-the-counter stuff? I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, you're a doctor and you're telling me to go try the over-the-counter stuff when you just told me that you're afraid to prescribe me any sleep aids for fear of reactions on my medications. Wouldn't you know better than me on this? She refilled my pain medications, and within 2 minutes, she'd already called me a drug seeker and a drug addict, in not so many words. I'm neither. I'm just trying to get my body to cooperate with me enough so I can have a decent quality of life for whatever that is. So, she refilled the prescriptions and started dash out the freaking door. And I had to chase her down to make her look at my sores. And she looked at him. She's like, well, what have you all done for this? Like, oh yeah, they're open. I'm like, duh. I wouldn't have chased you down if it weren't something. So, yeah. She said, well, who have you gone to see this, doctor? I said, Dr. So-and-so. He was great with my HS. He treated my underarms. He treated my tailbone. Great surgeon. Just sucks that he got sick and retired. Dude. If you remember this face, I know it's a little hard now that I have blue hair and tattoos, and you're seeing this, I miss you. And then I said, I saw someone over at the wound clinic. She's like, she like completely like scoffed him off. She's like, well, fine. Well, have you saw a dermatologist? Like, those guys don't count. I'm like, okay. So she scheduled me with the dermatologist, of which I just saw now, and buzzed out the door. I was so upset on how I was treated. You know, the one thing that drives me up a wall is being called something I'm not. I come from a family where substance abuse runs in the family, along with heart disease and diabetes. And I've seen what it's done to people, done to my family, done to my friends. And the minute I would have thought I was having a problem, I would have gone straight to my doctor and said, switch me. Get me off of this now, because I'm liking it too much. It hasn't been the case. So all of Saturday, I was so depressed. And I was so done with doctors not listening to me that I was done. I slept the entire day. I slept through my medications, slept through dinner, woke up long enough to go to the bathroom, get a few sips of soda or whatever, and go back to sleep. I should have known right then and there something was up. Sunday I woke up, I had back pain, but I thought it was just my back pulling its normal thing. You know, the one thing about being a spoonie and you have chronic pain or whatever is you can't really decipher if it's your body pulling its normal crap or it's something that you should be alarmed about. I don't alarm that easily because I figure it's just my body pulling its same old crap, trying to off me and all. Little did I know, she really was trying to off me. So, woke up with back pain, took pain medication, took the edge off a little bit. Come around 10, you know, I was on the computer with my Heart Sisters and messing around on this 3D chat program that I'm on. And my back hurt again. Took another pain pill. Midnight. Took another pain pill. That's 2 extra pain pills that I normally don't take. And usually if I have to take another one, I'll take a half. Because I don't like the feeling of being snowed. I just don't. I don't like the feeling of not being in control of my body at all. So, finally I told my friends, told my Heart Sister I was just feeling off. And I was just going to go to sleep. You know, my back was killing me. I couldn't sit up to be on the computer anymore. And I just needed to lay down and hit up Netflix. I did. I was watching American Horror Story. Good show, by the way. Favorite one from that series is Coven. I haven't watched it since Coven, though, so I need to get back on that one. So, come around 1, it's like, ugh, this pain, what the heck? Come around 2:30, went to go get a hit off of my e-cigarette. I inhaled, and I almost passed out. I couldn't catch my breath, and the pain in my back just escalated, and I'm like, and then it hit me. I'm like, oh my God, I have a blood clot in my lung again. So I pack up all my things, I shave. Obviously, I told you I have PCOS with the hair on the face. I just haven't got enough of the courage yet to come on camera and show you guys that. But I'm going to have to, now that I have my phone working and I can do a get ready with me video. Shaved, packed my stuff up. I mean, everything was in reach, so I wasn't putting myself in any danger of moving, except for going to the bathroom and shaving. Woke up my mom and said, we need to go to the ER. I have another blood clot. That was 3 a.m. Got there, woke up my granddad, went over to the same place I had my hip replacement because they have all my history there about the blood clots in my hip and everything. And did the scan on me, and it turned out I had multiple blood clots. And for as many blood clots I had to have had them on Friday when I saw that one doctor who didn't check me over, who didn't listen to me, who didn't touch me, who was just in a rush to get me in and out. Needless to say, I was mad. And then I was just done. I've talked to you guys before about having depression, and I was done. I figured if this is what my life is going to be, my body trying to constantly off me and doctors not listening to me, that, why should I bother? I wasn't eating, I wasn't drinking, I was just sleeping. I just didn't want anything to do with anything. But thankfully to my family, thankfully to my heart sisters who were blowing up my phone, and to a certain group I belong to on Facebook, I sat down and I made a decision. Either I can end this on my own terms and make myself to be a liar and a selfish person, or I can come back a major witch, replace that with a B. I'm trying to curve my swearing for these. I am, though swearing is my outlet. I'm trying to curve it. And not take any crap anymore. And honor the promise I made to my cousin after his father died, that I'd be that I'd be around for as long as I possibly could, if I could help it. Or I'd just let go. Don't eat, don't drink, don't do anything. Come home, take care of it. I'm not proud that I had those thoughts. In fact, I'm pretty well ticked off at myself for going there. But I suppose a spoonie every once in a while in their life will go there. This is what happens when your doctors aren't trying everything they can to help you. When people just slough you off. It's dangerous. You know, it's not the doctor's life that suffers for it. It's yours. And now because of that, I have a damaged lung. And why am I vaping, you still ask? It's not the vape that caused it. I'm going to see a blood doctor. And they did a whole bunch of tests of why I'm throwing so many clots. And they found a condition. And they're not going to confirm it. They're not going to confirm it until a couple months from now when I get a blood test called APS. What APS is, it's autoimmune, where your immune system attacks the proteins in your body and it turns to blood clots. So on top of that, in PCOS, I may not be able to have children. I ain't looking for a pity party. As I've said in my other videos, I'm not. I'm on here to try and help other people with these conditions, help healthy people get a look into someone who has chronic illnesses, life, what we have to go through, you know, just stuff like that. So I'm on blood thinners, I'm getting tested to make sure my blood levels, my INR is in good range. I talked to the doctor. I'll be able to fly. Be able to do most things. I'm just gonna bruise a lot easier than I do. So long as I give them a heads up, I can continue with one of my therapies, tattoos. It's better than cutting myself. And something pretty comes out of it, and I get the pain I need. Now you're sitting there thinking, this chick's taking pain pills to get rid of the pain, but yet she's enjoying tattoos because of the pain. Yes. Mentally, you feel so much emotion that pain, a certain type of pain, is a release. So, tattoos, feeling the pain of the tattoos, especially if I schedule them on those bad mental days, is a release for me. It feels good. So, I think this is as real as I've ever gotten on here. So, that's what went down with me. I'm back now. I'm going to try and get back into this. In fact, I'll do another video after this to make up for it. And if you guys have anything to add or ask, please feel free to in the comments below. Please. I'd like to hear your stories, your tips, anything. Anything throughout this whole series. Just feel free and share, and share. Which is why I curve my swearing. So you can share. So, I'm gonna take a small vape because this is not a comfortable subject for me at all. But, yeah. So, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, vaping wasn't the cause, by the way. So, I'll catch you in the next video, which will probably be straight after this. Bye.